this is Nicole Spence with Keeping It Cultured, and today we're in the Exchange District at Saint. Not only is this Winnipeg's top destination for men's grooming, it's a creative blend of a barbershop, boutique, art gallery, event venue, and hangout for young hip locals. So, right now we have Chink, the barber. So, Chink, tell me how you got that nickname.
I got teased as a little kid. Yeah, people called me a fucking chink, and then I'm not gonna mention who gave me that nickname, but he is my client today, which I'm very happy about. But that name ended up getting brought up again after when I met this guy in the kitchen at A&W, and he gave me some shit to sell at school. And
What?
So obviously you use your real name when you're doing your thing, right? So this was like
You're still in high school.
16 years ago. Yeah. And like, whatever, man. Like,
Everybody needs a nickname when you're hustling.
Exactly.
So you just stuck with
Yeah, so
Chink?
I just went with it, and it just worked out at the end of the day, and still using it, even though I try not to, but almost stuck on me. So
Well, hey, at least now it's not Chink the hustler, it's Chink the barber.
Yeah.
Which you would prefer, I'm
Yeah.
hoping, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Saint quickly evolved from a barbershop brand to a lifestyle with its clubhouse vibe and some of the most unique creative events in Winnipeg being held right here in Saint Barbershop. The walls are covered with amazing artwork, local and for sale. Is all the artwork for sale?
Yeah, it's for sale, but there's nothing on the walls right now because we're going through construction.
Right.
Because they took out the back room, they ended up doing a staircase to make the building up to code. So when it's all finished, we're gonna be hanging stuff back up from our boy Cash. He's the man, right? So.
Yeah, I was looking at all of the graffiti around, and I love it. It really is art.
Yeah.
So, and I'm talking about looking through the windows, and this is on a building across the street. For everybody who is just listening and can't see,
Yeah.
there's a building across the street with some amazing graffiti on the walls. So
Yeah.
your buddy, what's his name?
Cash.
Cash. Your buddy
Yeah.
Cash does that.
Yeah.
So this is a rags to riches story, would you call it?
Yes and no. Like, I don't know. Like, I was good at making money, but I didn't come from like the wealthiest family. I'm not gonna say I came from a very poor family. Like, my parents were kind of middle class. Oh, they tried to straighten us out by putting us through private school and all that type of shit. So we got kicked out of that one.
You got kicked out.
Yeah, they didn't want me coming back there. They thought I was some antichrist, whatever. But I'm not. Like.
Oh, so it was like a Christian private
Yeah, it was a
school.
Christian private school, and like obviously grades have stuff to do with it, right? So we came around grade 9 again. So I failed everything. Had to go to public school. Got kicked out.
There's
that one
nothing
too.
wrong with public schools.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with all. Honestly, if I had kids, I'd put them in a public school, man.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, I went to Tech Hawk,
Yeah.
so I
yeah,
mean,
no, yeah, man,
I
Tech
like.
Hawk's a school, bro. I fuck with them. They got a crazy photo program there, man. I fuck with it, man.
Oh yeah, I remember that when I went to Tech. They
Yeah.
actually had it was an actual class.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah,
That was dope.
Yeah, with our hair school, we had to do a photo shoot, and they hired the kids from Tech Bach to do the shoot for us after. So it was
Really?
actually a pretty nice trade-off. Yeah.
The question that I have is, do you consider your quality of life better now being a barber as opposed to being a street hustler?
Oh yeah.
Like compared to having to look over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, like, dude, man, is like making legit money compared to like that dirt money. Like, dirt money, you can't even put it in the bank. You can't even get the actual finer things in life, as in doing your taxes right and then getting your homes, your vehicles, opening up businesses, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, like it's nice. Like I'm very comfortable where I am. Like I would never ever go back to what I used to do. I would never have the thought to do it.
Good.
Like partying is one thing, moving work is a different thing. I would never, ever move work ever again.
Well, plus, dude, this day and age, it's so different, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hustling 10 years ago when it was our time, it's so much different. Like, there was actual real loyalty, real respect, real honesty. You were down for somebody, you were down for them for real. And now it's you can't trust a motherfucker.
Well, not only that, even if you're down with them, but they get in a problem, they expect you to help them. It's not my fucking problem. Why the fuck should I help you if you fuck somebody's bitch and they're coming after you with a strap or something? It's like, I ain't trying to die like over a fucking girl.
I'm trying to die over your nut.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't done with that shit. Fuck that. I got a girl to go home to, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good with that. Yeah.
So then you wouldn't compare this quality of life to making dirty money and materialistic things and blah, blah, blah. So what has your experience been living the life of a hustler, looking over your shoulder, making a lot of money, losing a lot of money, and your current situation now, being a barber here at Saint?
I feel, man, that's a tough question, man. Like, the quality of life is like way better. Like, I'll give you that. I got a beautiful fiance at home. I would have had that when I was with doing my whole thing like over 10 years ago.
Nice. Do you have any kids?
No, I got a dog. I treat him like my kid. I wouldn't have. Surprisingly, I'm not gonna, like I told you guys, I'm not gonna mention the numbers of what I make now or what I made before. I would not have the same shit as I have right now. Like, my life back then, no matter how much money I was making, cannot compare to how little money I'm making right now. But the thing is, like, how little money I'm making right now is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting by, you're comfortable. That's what that was my point of that question. Exactly, is quality of life.
My life's perfect. Like, it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when was your breaking point? Like, when you were hustling, what was your breaking point? What initiated the day that you just said, "Fuck this," and I want to do something legit?
When I got my first good haircut.
What? For real?
Because I used to I hated getting my haircut. I still do, but like.
Is that why you're wearing a hat right now?
I always do, but yeah, this thing looks like shit right now.
Yeah, motherfucker needs a haircut.
I'm too busy to get a haircut, but no, I'm my barber, which is my best friend now.
Okay.
My best man at my wedding. Fucking If I could take a blow for this kid, well, yeah, probably. But I have a very artistic background, so I was doing graffiti, all this shit, and then when I was getting my haircut, he noticed I'd stick around and watch him cut hair, and then he's like, "Oh man, you should probably get to cutting hair." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I should." I applied for hair school next day.
No way.
Yeah, and I got in, whatever, I had to do a CAT test. So pretty much I didn't, pretty much it was just pretty much saying I'm fucking dumb. Because I don't have like, well, I did graduate from adult ed, whatever, all that shit. But they just wanted to get reassured that I'm capable of actually learning still. So I did that and graduated. I was doing women's hair at first. And then just turned to men's, and next thing you know, the clientele got this fucking big, and I can't turn down. I have to turn down women, whatever. So.
Well, I heard that you're so booked up that you don't even take new clients. I don't take new clients.
No. When I get bored, I'll put I got 2 openings or something. The 2 guys cancel. If any 2 new guys want to come through, you guys will come through. But make sure you're a buddy of buddies.
Yeah.
I hate cutting up kids. Fuck kids. Unless it's my own. But, yeah.
Do you do your dog's hair?
No. He don't need hair because he's got short hair.
Well, salute to that. Salute to that. Because I know it's not easy making that transition. I love that you were willing to reinvest in yourself so that you could have something solid for your future.
Yeah.
And you can have that stable feeling, just stability.
Everybody needs a pension, man. Like, you tell me, you're gonna work when you're 70 years old? Probably not, bro. You're probably gonna be disabled, right? So, but I don't want to be that dude working for the rest of my life. Well, even though I do enjoy my job, it hurts the body, man. So that's like this year was my first year thinking about my life over and over and over again. I was using hella mushrooms.
Mm.
Like every second day, go on some spiritual journeys.
So
Yeah, fucking weird, right?
So you think that your mental state was in the right place, thinking about your future, the mushrooms?
Yeah. It kind of put it.
Put it in perspective.
Yeah, well, like the thing is, like barbers, we don't get pensions, we don't get retirement plans.
Oh no?
We don't get any of that shit.
No way.
No, we don't get EI, whatever, all that crap,
Shut
right?
up! I didn't
well,
know that.
if you're renting, you don't like when you're renting, you're just self-contracted. It's like owning your own business, which I do not own.
That.
Saint Scott owns Saint. I just rent the chair off him. Just do my own thing. So pretty much, I started dating Steph, and she walked me through how life should go at the end of the day, even though she's 8 years younger than me. But like, dude, this girl's so fucking smart. Like, she actually got me in the right path. Like, with my money, what I was doing in the beginning, when I started making like 6 figures of barbering, bro, I was blown in Toronto. I was fucking buying so much designer bullshit, all this stuff, and now I'm just thinking is like what I need to make a quality life better.
Well, thank God for her then.
Oh fuck yeah,
Shit,
man.
you'd probably still be blowing
my rock,
money.
dude. Oh hell yeah, dude. I still blow money like crazy, but in the right places.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I always tell this to all my friends when they say, "Oh, I'm so broke because I had to pay all my bills." But you're not broke though, because you just paid off all your bills. You're comfortable and you can relax now.
Yeah, like that sucks that person that was saying that they're broke, all that money went to drinking booze and partying, right? That's the biggest killer. And eating out. That hurts people.
Well, shit, I don't know. I don't put that in the same category because I love food too, and I will spend.
Oh, I fuck with food. I'll spend money on food, but
I'll spend
it does
pretty
hurt.
penny.
It does
on
hurt the
some
bank
good
though.
food. Oh yeah.
If you eat out every day. But.
So what do you have planned for the future?
Plan on going part time from doing hair.
To doing what?
I do know a lot about cars. Cars are my second love. Or watches, one of the two. But cars are probably more of my favorite because I know more about them.
Maybe like start restoring some cars.
No, I was just gonna go into a dealership, just work in service, whatever. Because I do like taking care of people. I do like making people happy, stuff like that. And like, yeah, it sucks sometimes you gotta pay a car bill that's like $5,000, but at the end of the day, shit's fixed. You don't have to worry about crap.
Right.
And it's the same thing as a haircut. I have charged fucking hundreds of dollars for a haircut.
What?
Yeah. Oh,
what
dude, I can go on and on and on about what I've gotten for haircuts. But
what is your most expensive haircut you've ever got?
7 G's.
What? For who?
I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a very wealthy man.
Well, what does he do?
He imports cars to different countries.
Damn, and that was a $7,000 haircut.
It wasn't in cash. He gave me a pair of $7,000 rims for my vehicle, spec'd out for my vehicle. So.
Wow,
nice.
that's amazing. So you do meet a lot of different people then in your life.
Oh man, I can. Yo, dude, Kate. With this job, you can get so many connects with everything. It's fucked up. Like I would go to Joey's or Earl's, foods comped. Go to different cities, foods comped.
What?
Fucking go to bars, bottles. Fucking dude, like it's fucked up how this shit works.
That's making me want to be a barber.
Discounts on everything. Fucking like getting everything at cost. Vehicles at cost.
What?
Electronics at cost. Fucking dude, like this the networking that's working out of one fucking chair, man. Like it can do so much for you. Like I'm not even I never thought of it either because when I went to hair, I was okay with making 40 grand a year.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. And now it's like if I make 40 a year, honestly, I'd probably off myself. Yeah. That's how. It sucks because it didn't brainwash me. It got me into making money.
Being entitled.
Not even entitled. Like just it made me feel shitty about myself if I wasn't working as hard as I do right now. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not even being entitled. Like honestly, I'm the type of dude. Yo, if there's a big ass line for pizza and some dude is in the front saying, "Yo, Chink, I'll get you your pizza." No, fuck no, I'm waiting with the rest of everybody else.
Nice.
Yeah, because
okay.
I'm that type of dude.
That speaks a lot on your character.
I'm that type of dude because I don't believe in cheating on life or anything, or even cheating on people and trying to get ahead of them because of there's one step you can skip. I'd rather just work it myself. So
the first time I ever heard about Chink the Barber, it was some story somebody had said that you had the head of God or something. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
God, I don't know, man.
You know the story.
I'm
Come
just
on, spill the juice, spill the tea.
I'm just
Well, because I heard that it was somebody had done the very first haircut, some sort of haircut that's never been done before on you. And And then it happened a second time.
There's a few like my boss, Famous, man. He has a fucking genius with cutting hair.
Is.
Right? So fucking, he just does some shit on me, like whatever, and then, but
shout out to Scott Ramos right now.
Yeah, like
who's actually the owner of Saint. He was on that reality TV show Behind the Chair and everything.
Right,
he even was on that London show. That
Me and him got put on the Great British Barber Bash.
British Barber Bash or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a big show, and we end up going on tours, teaching education and all that kind of stuff. So.
That's pretty dope. I love that he's out there like all over the world, repping Winnipeg, repping Saint.
Oh hell yeah! It's a cool job, but at the end of the day, it's very stressful. Like I actually I just on my last show, which was in Toronto 2 weeks ago, I finally stood on stage. It's my last show.
Oh.
Fucking done.
No way. What show was that?
It was just called the Community Showcase. Barbershop. And what was cool is like everybody that was on stage was all diverse, like all different types of cutting, which was nice. But I want to live a very, very regular life.
Like a simple life.
Very simple life. Go to work, go home, then we'll go kiss when I get home.
Make some babies, maybe hopefully have some babies in the future.
Some shit like that.
Shit. So you're about to get married and everything?
Yeah, October 24th, 2020.
Congratulations to that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, wait. Oh, okay. I heard you say that hair tattoos is what got you interested in being a barber.
Yeah, so fucked up thing about that thing. Okay, so when Scott see me watching for like a few hours, it was Andrew Gordon. He was getting a famous star. Remember Famous Stars and Straps?
Yes.
Yeah, when Travis Barker was the
star.
shit. Yeah, so he got me to do a part of it, and that's what actually kind of clicked in because when I try to pop my own fucking tires, I'm pretty good at drawing and doing graffiti, so it worked out my favor. And that's when I was like, hey, this is like I gotta like make this work because. Dude, before what I was doing before that, after when I got in trouble, dude, like I don't say this, I've never said this on camera. Dude, I was smoking hard. I was doing a lot of bad shit.
Okay.
And like that just right away was like just turned it right around, and I was like, thank God.
And that's what got you out of it. That's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
You know, the first time I ever went to Montreal, I was partying. I was pretty fucking lit.
Yeah.
And I ended up at a barbershop with a buddy of mine, Jesse Flores. He was a barber.
Yep.
And I guess I must have been so drunk because I had some nice long hair. And I said, fuck it, do me. So I let him do a hair tattoo on the whole side of my head. And my hair was long down to my ass. It was nice though, but it was nice because that was his thing. That was his niche.
Yeah.
And so at least I got it done in Montreal. I had the story to tell, like, I went to Montreal, I got all fucked up, and I ended up shaving half my head off.
That's what it's about, though, right? When you come back from other cities, but you always got a story. Like,
right.
Even like when I lived in Montreal, fucking like I always said, man, I don't like to pop my own tires. Me and my best friend Scott, we made that trend out there. We set that whole entire ground out there. We worked for Notorious Barbershop, and Corey Shapiro was our boss, which fuck that dude, I don't fucking like him.
What?
But at the end of the day, you know what? One thing you can always hate a man for who he is, you can't hate his hustle, right?
True.
So fucking, the dude's rich, made the most beautiful Versace barbershop. Fucking, we turned that place upside down slow, turned it busy. We had and this is my most proudest part of living in Montreal, our fucking apprentice was the best thing that ever happened to us in Montreal.
Why?
We taught this guy how to cut hair. Fuck, 3 years later, he owns 6 barbershops.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yo, that's so awesome.
Leo.
That's like the dream.
Yeah, like what me and Scott like to do, we like to. If we really like you, we don't charge you to learn how to cut hair. We just expect you to do the littlest things, like sweep the floor.
Of course.
Go grab some food. We'll give you money. You don't have to pay for it. Just go grab some food because we're busy, whatever. And like he did everything. So what with him, we pretty much got him to speak French for us because we couldn't speak French. Like we're
And
in a
he did?
we're in Noche or Saint-Henri, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like Saint-Henri is like kind of pretty French, man. Like we literally had to get an interpreter for us, and he was the guy, and he was actually really good at what he does, and he still is.
So where was the first barbershop that you ever started working at?
I worked in salons my whole life. My first barbershop was Victoria's Barbershop, which was in Montreal.
Okay.
I started at Burns and Black as an apprentice, which was fucking.
Burns and Black was
right
here
around the
for a
corner.
bit, right?
Yeah. They just recently shut down,
Yeah,
which
why?
they had a long run.
I used to take my son there.
Yeah, be honest with you, man. I don't know much about why they shut down, but Kitty, I know Kitty, like, which was our boss, which there was a second boss, Eleanor, but she wasn't really there. I know Kitty was really stressed out, man. And you know what? We all know this too. Every single stylist or barber, their dream is to open up their own barbershop and work independently, which is renting. So all of us, we're all renting and we all own one of the two. I personally don't like to own because I don't like stressing about other guys. I already control half the fucking kids in here that work for us. And honestly, I'm so happy they work for us because this was the best group me and Scott has ever had working here. Like, no fucking joke. And to be honest with you, fucking 4 home rappers, you know.
Well, honestly, I just
so
wanted to
hard,
salute you and Scott because when the Saint Barbershop opened, it so quickly evolved into like a community, like a lifestyle. There was everything. There was music involved. There was just it was like a hangout, and it was great. It was something for Winnipeg, and it was absolutely awesome. So salute to that.
Yeah, man. Like this barbershop corner, we got Ordinary, where Cody works. Cody used to apprentice under me, but he grew up and decided to go somewhere elsewhere. And then we got Noah across the street with Ray. And then we got the most diverse barbershop in the city, which is, like I told you, we got 4 Aboriginal dudes, 2 Filipino dudes, got a Chink over here, got a Spanish dude.
We got Whiteboy, the barber, who's up next.
Yeah, Whiteboy, we got Z that takes care of all the inventory, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's dope, man. Like, I fuck with it, dude. And
well, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the Keeping It Cultured show. And up next we have Whiteboy the Barber. So
fuck the Whiteboy, let's go!
Whiteboy the Barber, let's go. And we are sitting here now with Whiteboy the Barber in this barber community. That's what you're known as, right? Whiteboy the Barber?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and how did you get the nickname Whiteboy the Barber?
Well,
I can see physically.
I was Whiteboy before I was Whiteboy the Barber.
Okay.
But mostly because I hung out with a lot of Asian people my whole life. Like, I was always the white dude in the Asian crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially a lot of Vietnamese. So it's just like, yo, I'm with Whiteboy. Whiteboy's coming. There's parents, you know what I mean? They just knew me as, hey, white boy, you know, whenever I came over. So
what high school
stuck.
were you at then? What high school did you finish?
I was actually from North Kildonan, so it's in River East.
Okay.
Yeah, that was long before the white boy days.
And you were, that was long before
that was
the
when I was a
white
white boy. But
so when was the times you were hanging out with all the Asians?
Right after.
And that was during your bad boy days.
It was a bit, yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Give me a quick background, like where are you from and how did you get into barbering?
I'm from North Kildonan originally. And from then I moved on to a little bit everywhere, to be honest. I was kind of North End for a bit. I was Charleswood, and I ended up in St. Mathel, where I still currently am. And as far as the barbering, I honestly I was in the life for a long time.
The bad life?
Yeah, hustling, doing whatever, almost my whole life. I was in a big project back in 2009.
Oh, ouch.
And 8 or 9, whatever. I ended up going away for about 3 years, 3.5 years. when I got out, I got a little better, still in and out, whatever, of the game, and I started getting haircuts from Chink. He's been cutting me for about like five years at that point, I believe.
Oh, so he was your barber?
Yeah, like
Okay.
Chink cut my hair, and that's how, like, we always knew each other, but that's how we really would hang out and connect. And he cared about my situation and what's going on in my life, and saw that I'm getting older and that, like, I need a career, I need
You can't
to get
hustle
something
forever.
going forever, yeah. And like, my thing was, I never planned on that, hustling forever, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
But it was like, no, it was never my plan to be like, oh yeah, I want to do this forever. And I always wanted an out. Everybody should. I mean, for most people, it should be a means to an end, maybe a little boost if you don't have that, like, that family help, which I never did. Like, right from 17, 18, I was on my own, and I was, I had to get my own money, and I had to do my own things and pay my own bills. And if anything, it was the other way around. I'd be helping out my mom, paying her bills. So I feel like it's like a means for an end, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I didn't know where that end was gonna be. Like, I didn't.
So when did that end come for you?
Yeah.
And how?
I guess about 4 years ago now. I never knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to work. I knew I didn't like working for people. I didn't like getting bossed around. I knew I didn't want to work for, you know what I mean, low money, when I didn't have education past my grade 12.
Well, it's hard to go,
yeah.
like, make a transition from having a lot of money at your fingertips
it really is.
to
like,
finding something legit.
Yeah, and it was like, you get that legit paycheck, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I actually was laughing, and it was like, but I mean, and then the other way, it's short money. It's a lot of money, but it's short money, and everybody knows that. You know what I mean? You go away, or worse.
You just didn't want to go back.
I
Okay.
mean, not like I had a hard time in there or anything, but it's just like, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be successful in a way where it couldn't get taken away from me in one day.
Right.
So
you wouldn't have to always be looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, and
to have something for yourself
and even
for the
me,
future.
And it's like, I always caught on quick, but it came down to one day with Chink, and I was here getting a haircut, and he was normal speech. He's like, man, what are you gonna do? Like, you gotta do something, man. Like, at the time, he's like, you're 27, like, you know what? Like, why don't you do this? And I was like, well, I always thought, like, this would be a cool career. I just never figured myself, like, I didn't know how or why or whatever, but obviously I always loved being at the salon and seeing the guys, and like, everyone's having fun, and it's a spot to hang, and like, it's not super hard labor work, and they make pretty good money, and like, so it kind of, when he said, like, if you go to school, I'll take you on, and I'll teach you, but he's like, I want you out of the game.
Right.
I want you to be out of the game, at least, like, you know what I mean?
I honestly...
As soon as you can. He didn't expect me to, like...
It's not an overnight thing
like,
for anybody.
I can't be homeless. Like, you know what I mean? But he's like, I'm going to teach you this if you go to school and you do it the right way. Not just like, I'm going to teach you this in your basement barber and whatever. So, the next day, me and another friend of mine who... He was well off anyway, but he's actually to another barber, and he was there with this conversation, and he had just graduated from Red River doing carpentry, and he realized right away, this ain't for me. So me and him are sitting there, and he's like, man, like, if you want to do this, he's like, I'm gonna do this with you. I think that'd be a dope.
Really?
This would be dope, yeah.
That's so awesome.
Without him, I don't think I would have maybe made that final push and that commitment.
Or maybe you probably
having
would
someone
have
to do it,
started and then like just said, fuck this.
Just
having a friend there with you helps.
Yeah, because like I'm a procrastinator, Pat. Like, and having him with me and being like the next day, yo, like, let's do this. So we phoned every hair school, and the first hair school to get us in as early as possible, we were down for it. So
Cool.
it ended up being Scientific Marvel, and they hit us up and they're like, yeah, you can start next month is our earliest date, and so we did it. We signed up, we dropped down our down payment, we went down there, and yeah, that was it. I told Chink, and he's kind of just like, fuck off, you know, like, he didn't believe I was gonna go do that shit, you know what I mean?
Well, I actually started following you on I started following you on social media right while you were either in school or just beginning
Yeah.
in barber school, because I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's pretty cool, like seeing a male. You don't really see men in beauty schools ever.
Yeah.
So I remember that, like, you stuck out in my mind because you were the first guy I ever saw in a beauty school.
Yeah, and the thing with that is here is we don't have a barber school. Like some places like Toronto, they have a barber school for someone who wants to just be a barber.
Just
Here
barber.
we have hairstyling school. So
I remember that the pictures you posted, you had to do
we're
like
doing perms.
female.
Yeah, like I was doing updos, I was doing perms.
Yeah,
and like,
wedding up
yeah,
dudes. That was fucking funny.
and I mean, at times I was like, this is lame. Like, I don't want to do this after this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, some of the stuff I caught onto and I like. Like, I like doing colors. I can cut women still. Like Chink, I worked my first job. I started halfway through school. I was good enough to be cutting already, and I worked at Burns Black as well.
You did work
Yes.
at Burns
I was
Black.
there.
Wow.
I was there while I was in hair school.
Okay.
So like I would do my 8 hours at hair school, and I would be going to Burns and Black and doing haircuts because like I just had a very fast clientele, and a lot of
But did you love it though? Did you love what you were doing off the bat?
Right off the bat, I liked it. Like, but I never held up hair clippers. I never did a haircut. I wasn't like some guys that were like, yo, like I did a haircut on my buddy.
Not like Chink, where he absolutely fell in love with it.
Like, well, I just didn't do it before. But like, so I was going with it. Like, I learned quickly, and when I really loved it was when I could put a haircut up. Like when I gave somebody that good haircut, and they were happy, and like. It was a nice haircut.
And they felt good about themselves.
Yeah, like when I was good enough to put out a good haircut is when I really fell in love with it. Because I was like, yo, like I love this. Like it's a good feeling like, to make someone look good, but just the fact that I could do it. And I never had nothing before that like I could do good. Like, I mean, and legitly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was good at what I did, no matter what I did.
It just
But
made you
it felt
feel like
good that,
confident.
like, yeah, it put me as in like, I could do this.
Cool.
So you know what I mean? Like no false hopes no more. So yeah, in hair school I did that thing, which here in beauty school it's 90% women's hair.
Yeah.
And like 10% male. So you get like a year of hair school before you have to go out and do your hours and whatever else. And 11 and a half months of it's women. So you don't learn much.
At least you stuck it out, man.
Yeah, and that was the thing, and that was part of the deal. Is like he wanted me not to be a basement barber.
Yeah.
Or just teach me how to cut hair. He wanted me to have the credentials and to actually do it right.
And you had the connections to certain people like Scott Ramos, like Chink, that if you did finish it, you would end up somewhere great.
That's what I mean, and I was very lucky to have that.
Yeah.
Because like. I mean, like you said, there was like two dudes in our hair class or whatever. I use a straight razor on 90% of my haircuts.
Nice.
The only time I wouldn't is if the client has a more natural haircut.
Okay.
And that's where shit like school helps out. But it's like I mean, if you have a natural haircut and you want to go more with that natural look than that sharp look, then you don't want those sharp lines. You don't want that fresh thing. Like, you know what I mean? You want a longer top that just flows.
Yeah.
So you leave it more natural, and that's the only time that I wouldn't. And that would mostly be by like the customer's request.
Okay.
If he's like, nah, I'm not really into all that, then no, I'm not gonna straight plane him. Like you have to communicate with your client, and that's really the most important thing. Because like you could give him a haircut that he asked you for, and other people might say, oh, that ain't, like, why'd you fade him? Why'd you do that? No, he wanted the number 2.
Right.
And I asked him, would you like this is what I recommend, but at the end of the day,
I
that's
fucking
what
love
makes him happy, and that's what like it's about what he wants. He's paying me. So like whether I say do a fade or not,
or whatever.
yeah,
if you
he's
think
happy
something
with,
else would
and even
look
they're
good.
like, I want a number 2 everywhere, and you're like, oh, you sure? Like I can do it up a bit nicer, and he's like, no, like that's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And it's as long as your client's happy.
Well, I'm really happy to see that you have like elevated so quickly, so fast, straight out of school. And I mean, like your name, Whiteboy the Barber, is out there.
Yeah.
You're known. Everybody is supporting you, got your back. So, I mean, cheers to that.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I mean, it feels good, like, because I did put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, yeah, like I had the best training me, and that's a huge of who you know. But I mean, I was putting 8 hours in school. I'd be here for 5 hours after every day, learning, and then I'd be putting in time at Burns and Black, and then I'd be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I put in work to
Was the
get there.
transition hard for you from going from hustling and having copious amounts of money at your fingertips
I mean, financially.
to barber
yeah.
and just straight legit? Was that
I mean,
transition hard?
financially, yeah, it's hard. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like,
What do you prefer?
I prefer Barber.
You prefer the quality of life.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. At the end of the day, it's less stressful. If you want to have a family, you want to, you know what I mean? You want to not have that worry about everything could get taken away from you. Because I mean, even if you're going the other direction, it's hard work too. It's stressful. They might not look at it as work or whatever, but that shit ain't easy either if you're good at it. And the only thing about that sucks is you can get that shit taken away from you in one day. And you spent years
They
building.
can just come
Same
take
thing
it.
though. You build your clientele. You make sure your business runs good. You put work into that shit, and not anybody can do that.
And nobody can take that away from you.
And even doing that, not everybody can do that shit. It ain't easy. And yeah, but here with this, I love cutting hair now, and I love that. At the end of the day, when I buy my car, I buy my condo. They can't take that shit from me, and that's thanks to them pushing me in the direction that they did. And now, because I got so busy so quickly, I'm lucky to have quickly climbed to making that pretty decent money fast.
Nice.
And where it's like most people, like even Chink one time said like you're as busy in your first year to 2 years as I was in my 5th year. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Because they didn't have that help. They didn't have that social media. They didn't have, because they were the first. You know what I mean? Where now it's like there's a lot of barbers coming up. Like I see on my Instagram, I talk to like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. They're banging out decent cuts at their house, and they all want to be barbers.
Really?
Yo, it's crazy. Like
That's
the amount that
awesome.
are in school now. If you would go to school now compared to even when they were, I guarantee they were like the only males. Even when I just did it 4 years ago, there was 3 males in the whole class. So if you go now,
it's safe to say that we're gonna be seeing a lot more
a
barbers
lot more
in the
barbers.
future.
Yeah, it's doing nothing but growing. Like
That's
the
awesome.
community here. And I guarantee if you're going from school to school now, that it's getting closer to 50-50, 30, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to be on the Keep It Cultured show.
Thanks for